Hi guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to do some in Illustrator some pattern based drawings. This is quite a cool effect, so if you guys want to have a go, please do have a go. So I'm going to go File, New, so I'm going to create a new document, and I'm just going to create a print based document, and I'm going to have it A4 landscape. You can make multiple documents, so you can add bleed and all that kind of stuff, and you can have the resolution changed to 72 dpi if you're going to put it on the internet. But I'm just going to leave it on 300. I'm going to create that document, and I'm going to create a couple of really cool effects that you guys might want to try out. So I'm going to use a bit of text. So I'm going to use a letter first of all. So I'm going to have the letter S, and I'm going to scale that by holding the Shift key. So there's my letter S, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw a shape. Okay, so I'm going to have a circle. Okay, so there's my circle, and I'm just going to drop that again in the middle. So there's my two shapes. There's my S. I'm going to change the font to something I prefer. So I'm just going to flick through my list of fonts. I'm going to just pick something that I prefer. So I'm going to go for maybe let's go for that one actually. I never use this type of font, so I'm going to go for S, and I'm also going to use the pen tool. So this is your pen tool. I'm going to select the pen tool, and I'm just going to draw a shape like so. Okay, so I'm just going to draw this shape, and there's your shape. Press escape to come out of it. Select the selection tool to deselect it. So there's my three shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a pattern into each of these ones, and they're going to look totally different from what they are now. So I'm going to first of all right click at this S and create an outline, and then I'm going to change it to just stroke. I'm going to reduce the stroke down to 0.5, and I might just change the color of that stroke as well. Okay, so just knock out the color and just have the stroke. So this has now got a color. This shape again, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm still going to have the fill color. I'm just going to have the stroke like so, and I'm going to reduce the stroke down to 0.5. And with this one, instead of having a fill color, I'm going to have a gradient. So this has now got a gradient within the stroke, and if you want to modify your stroke gradient, just double click on the stroke, and you can add colors into it by clicking on these little icons. And I'm just going to click on these, and I'm going to add different colors within this gradient. You might take one out, for example, and put one in. So this has got now great gradients. This has got now gradients. So now I've got a few gradients in here. I can change it to radial, or I can change it to gradient, depending on how I want to sort of play around with it. So I might have it on I might have a linear, and I can change the angle of this like so, and what I've got is a very thin gradient within this line, as you can see. And I'm going to do the same with this one here as well. I'm just going to do a fill color again, and I'm going to add a color into this into this stroke as well. So now I've got three shapes with three very thin gradual lines. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add effects. So for the first one, I'm going to select the circle. Okay, so I'm going to select the circle, and I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, select Transform, and in here I'm going to put in 20 copies, and I'm going to click on Preview, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull one of these with these vertical or horizontal scale, and what it will do is it will make a pattern. So as you can see, what I've got now is something slightly different to what I originally had. I quite like that actually, to tell you the truth. So if I pull it to 90%, what I get is this kind of really cool looking effect. And you can also change the angle of the rotational angle of your object as well. So I'm going to OK that. There's my first visual. I'm going to go to the next one, which is my S, and this one's got a block color. So I'm going to select. I'm going to click on the S. I'm going to go to again. I'm going to go to Transform. And this again, I'm going to go to here. I'm going to put in 25 copies this time, and I'm going to this time select a different angle. What I've got now is this shape, and again, what I'm doing here is I'm just rotating it, and you can click on these reflection icons, and what it will do is it will change your object to a certain style. And again, I've got something very interesting there again. So there's another one. Scooch across again. Last objects, I'm going to select this one. go to effects. This time I'm going to go to, maybe this time I'm going to go to 3D bevel. No, I'm actually going to go to transform, and I'm going to go to twist, and I'm going to twist this by 25%. And what it will do is it will twist the object. So if I put in 50%, okay, and I do that, it will twist the object. Now it's not quite what I want, so I'm going to go back here again, go to edit and transform. So I'm just using this tab here. I'm going to go to pucker and blow, and I'm going to pull this out, and what it will do is it will do that. Okay, so I've got this wacky looking shape, and I'm going to go back in here and go to edit transform, and I'm going to go to transform again, put in 25 copies and pull this across, and now I've got this really crazy looking object. And again, if I click on these reflective X and Y, all random, it will create these different shapes. So yeah, guys, so just thank you for watching. You know, use these in your lessons. They're a nice little way of creating some really cool effects. And again, if you put a block background, which I may do on this page, and just fill it with a color. You know, if I put a black, maybe a black color, go to object, arrange, center back, you can see that these objects are pretty cool to look at. Okay, so yeah, guys, thank you for watching. So just did a little quick demo for you guys to have a go at. Any questions, please do give me a shout out.